Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to test this secondary right away. Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. They'll throw out of the gun. Got his man at the 6. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the...
He is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. His 12th touchdown of the year. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Seahawks are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's downfield to the tight end, Ryman. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a run going left. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On the handoff, this is Benson. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On 2nd down, Walker. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. to throw. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is knocked away, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. That might be a late hit on the quarterback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Third down, 3 to go. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. The Cardinals lining up for a punt. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down. So after one, Set to go now on 1st and 10. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9. Duvernay in motion. From the 50, he'll set up to throw.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Third and 9. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. He'll push ahead to the 21. Julian Love brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
That's going to be intercepted. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing now from the gun. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. It's a gain of 12 there. It's an Arizona 1st down.
We've seen 3rd down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
will stay on the ground. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Julian Love brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
This one complete to Palmer. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Two minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. Third and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually,
he slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Arizona. And he continues to add on to his amazing total on the ground this year. That was number 25, closing in on the all-time record. Here's Brown on now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Cardinals draw closer here. It's 21-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He'll look to throw here on first down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18. Now, faking the give. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Throwing right, it's taken in. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. This is caught at the 2. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
It is brought in the end zone. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown, Seattle. Now, for the point after. The kick is good. And the Seahawks have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Harrison. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
And that is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. Going for it all. That is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Duvernay with the grab. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando. Going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Spam X to get by, because
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half.
I'm so used to getting the ball. I should have kicked the field goal.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway.
People that's watching, PSA at the end of this game.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Once again, it's Walker. And he's going to have the first down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll run it on first down with Charbonnet. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
We'll try and run it with Walker. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
God bless.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
First and 10 now from the 36. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. The extra point is good. And the Seahawks will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
He's going to have to abandon the run game at some point.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Oh, man, it's starting to lag.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's 3rd and 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
That's taken in, and he will have the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter, they convert on 4th down.
Every team in the league has their own set of scramble rules, and what that means, Mike, is when the pocket breaks down and the quarterback gets flushed, everyone understands, based on where they are in the field, how they can remain friendly to the quarterback. Great execution here, leads to a nice game.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Handoff here, up the middle, finding room to the 20. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with a touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the pistol, here's Walker.
Nice block.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Nice block, tight end.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Down the field. It's caught on that left sideline.
Yes, Lucas.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 60 on the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Seahawks tack on one more to their lead.
Throw the ball. He's going to have to throw it. He can pad Meadows' stats as much as he wants.
And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone.
Once he starts throwing that ball, it's time for us to eat. He can either concede. He can either concede to that fact, or shit, he can just run. I guess.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you. And all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen.
Told you. He's going to throw that ball, and we're going to take advantage. We are putting hands and feet.
The extra point try forthcoming.
I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired of hearing this.
And the Seahawks are going to extend their lead.
When did he get on my level? When? Never. Never has been.
Both teams ready to go once more.
Never has been on my level.
Away.
Keep hearing that.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone.
He could beat the rest of the league. He's not beating me. It's not.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
I can tell the attempt to put a battery in somebody's back.
Up the middle they go.
I guess the battery's been put in my back.
After a gain of a couple.
No, I'm not doing that. I keep hearing that.
So we are through 3.
Love?
You're watching the NFL on EA Sport.
I get called the regular season champion. F it. Give me the respect as a regular season champion. I ain't about no damn competition for the regular season. For the regular season. Definitely no competition in Arizona. Not with me. When it come to AZ, I don't play.
2nd down and 8. Give on the ground. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Quick throw out wide. It's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Back to throw. That throw short, caught by Ryman. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Pass right side, that's Ryman. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Today, Cardinals, not today. Big Red! Let's go, Red! Cardinals! Ooh, Arizona! Let's go, Cardinals! Let's go!
Here's 2nd and 6. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The extra point by Brown is good. And the Cardinals are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Charbonnet the back, and he goes straight ahead. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's second and 2. Straight ahead, it's Walker. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. They'll come up to third and 3. They'll run the toss with Walker. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a 4th down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
Nail the game out, my brother. Like, you about to waste my time to pad this man's
Set
stats.
to go now on first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He connects with Palmer on that one. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes.
Sorry, let me get up out of here. You know, Madden, every time we enjoy the play, Madden be like, nah, not gonna have to run this back a couple of times. Let's get out of there. done got this game out my system. I'm waiting for this game to come back around all season. Anybody that make it this far, PSA, stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it with this whole Cardinals versus Seahawks thing. Stop it. Records say otherwise, but the real ones know. So let's stop it. Thank you very much. I will catch you on the next stream. It'll probably be a sim game against the money, most likely, because I'm not going to play the AI. Let's see how that ends my season off. But peace.